Welcome back to the Jezzaverse. Mad Road. I hope you're doing well. Good evening. I'm going to watch a bit of Leo King's video. That's alright. Sounds right. Okay. Oh, just thinking of what is it? Just thinking Alright. 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 1. It's working. Right. So yeah, we'll be watching a bit of Leo King. It's on the thumbnail. If you don't know by now, you know now.
To your inspirational astrology horoscope for Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. I'm Dr. Jay Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Thanks so much for being a part of HighVibe.tv. If you are not, you definitely should. Make sure that you subscribe. You get access to all my daily horoscopes and, of course, the awesome weekly shows and all of the different shows that I do on HighVibe TV. Plus, of course, I just did my Gemini Unbound special going into Uranus Gemini and how that adds to everything we've been going through. You can rent it for $12 or, of course, purchase it forever, or be a subscriber to HighVibe Premium to get access to all my special content that I do. You're also missing out on all the shows and all the schools and all the different things that are happening on HighVibe every single day, and our community as well. More formal horoscope and no. Sophia and I, our son has not been born yet. He is now technically going to be 2 days late. So he could be a new moon baby. He could be when the new moon ends, but he definitely has made it past the squares to Saturn and Neptune by the sun and Jupiter. So that's my hope, and that happened. So I appreciate you all being here. We go. And jeez, I mean, I've said that for so long now. I do feel that, this new moon definitely gives us a different vibe, and there is a bit of course, hope. We got Jupiter, but it's not the traditional just, ooh, I've been seeing people post the luckiest day of the year because Jupiter is in conjunction with the sun. Well,
Took this with me on the ride. And I looked at the signs, and there's only like one actual spot lovely on that ride. It's like pretty much everywhere you can ride. So if you watched the last one, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Pretty sure I'm like totally right. about everything. And maybe it's just a thing. Maybe like people have actually just complained about people writing because there've been near misses or whatever. I don't know. But you'd think that like if that's happened, they'd put something like saying like you can't ride from say here to here or whatever. And there's nothing. Maybe went all the way in to where that went and it's just like road. Like, so are you allowed to ride like past where that coffee van is? Like, yeah. What? No. It doesn't matter. I looked at the sign, lady, and it doesn't say anywhere where you can't ride. So, yeah, well done, champ. Go watch the last one. Get back to Leo King. Cookery. Perked and cookery. Perked and cookery. Like,
Not all the time, especially when the moon's the ruler of Cancer. The moon was in Gemini, but let's get into this new moon horoscope because it actually is with the moon in Cancer. So we are seeing this new moon happen at 3:31 a.m. Pacific Daylight Standard Time. In the UK, that's 7 hours later, so we're getting around, what is that, 10 a.m., 2:31 a.m. UK time. And we're seeing this.
that's almost 3 hours now, like, pretty much. Oh, hang on, listen to that. 8 o'clock, so like 2 hours and 40 minutes. If you give a shit. Sorry about all that clunking. Fuck, that's loud. Wow.
The new moon in Cancer, that is literally where I think this is the best part about it, is it is after the squares to Saturn, Neptune at the beginning of Aries, and we've just seen a conjunction from the Sun and Jupiter in that Suzuki moment. And it is weird because this is the exact same transit that was happening back during 1776 when Jupiter
Why
and
the
the
fuck
Sun
is that
missed
muffled?
conjuncting
Why did it do
Gemini
that?
and met in Cancer, and then
I was watching it
the weeks after,
and I noticed that muffledness
we saw
just.
the Declaration of Independence. So that doesn't happen all the time. For example, 12 years ago, we had a Sun Jupiter in Gemini, not Cancer. It then went into Cancer after, or I think it might have missed Cancer because it went to Leo in 2014, Sun Jupiter Leo. And so we missed Cancer. There's some times where you miss the Sun Jupiter, so this whole luckiest day of the year shit.
There was too many people.
In the case of this new moon, this would be the luckier day.
Cheers.
Because the fact
Good
that the
evening,
moon
legends.
rules Cancer, and
Good
that's
evening.
why it's getting a +9.
Legends.
Okay, this you can't see behind me, but this exalted Jupiter's at +4. The moon's a ruler, and so this is a good new moon because we're seeing all these energies off this coming into a separating aspect from these major squares. These last couple weeks since the full moon that we had in Sagittarius, oh boy, we've been in crazy yods too. We've had this Mars and sextile to Jupiter. Now we have the new moon and sextile to Mars, and we're seeing that Mars finish up the quincunx energy as well with Jupiter. So quincunx to Pluto with this new moon, and this has been to Pluto, and then we've been seeing Mars, the other top of this other yod that's been going on from Pluto and sextile to Neptune and back over. So we've been having these yods that are actually breaking apart at this.
Getting like a really good cardio happening. You just don't give up. You just get like to the point where it's like really hurting, and you're like thinking that you do want to give up. You just have to keep going up the hill till you get to the top of the hill. Yeah, sort of that. Probably couldn't do what I'm doing now, like a couple months ago. Yeah.
Same
I
time.
need to repair my bike though. I almost came off it. The gear sticks. So it actually, yeah, it's fucking held up pretty well actually. Not that. I can't even find the scuff. It was there when I was right. Oh, you can barely see it. Hang on, let's see if I can. No, it's somewhere in there. No, that held up really well. That hit the road. Oh. Oh, fuck, cool. Shout out to those. Whatever colorway that, whatever they call it. You have to be a freaking genius to remember them all. Alright, back to video.
These aren't fun yards. Okay. Especially we've been seeing the war stuff.
Probably could do that if I wanted to. Or just remember the actual colorways that I own, which is like only like 4. Right. Too many things, so I have to put that into the recycle bin, mate.
Seeing this extreme kind of like way to operate that's not working. You know, what I'm going to say about this new moon is we have to expand into places that the discomforts are the sign of the door that's opening. Hence, I made many thumbnails, but I couldn't decide which one. But, for example, right here, and then my new one cancer. So like, this was the first one I had done.
I should have had it the other way.
What is this? Let's show this. The twin comes to Pluto and Aquarius, this new world to be comfortable in, with outside energies that we're not used to. And with Saturn and Neptune that have been in square, it's this not just a remodel, it's a completely new world that's being born, that of course we're all going to retract back into Pisces come this fall and late summer with Saturn. And
shout out to the legends that drop in and drop out.
You know, try and get off the old world like a bad parasite. So this is us finally through the big squares of Jupiter to Saturn, Jupiter to Neptune. Finally this new moon with Jupiter and off the squares coming off. And it's about this understanding that we have just this little moment to appreciate that we can, okay, this is very new, very different, but we all are ready to step up with a new set of confidence and restore wholesomeness in our life in a way that we haven't seen, I would say, since Pluto came into Capricorn. And this Jupiter in weird quincunx to Pluto and Aquarius. And this new moon coming off that Saturn Neptune square, that house signifies this new matrix, and this matrix ending and coming out of it. That it also represents that it's very heavy and harsh, and the walls have been torn, and it represents emotion and having to get comfortable. You know, in today's world, like, people won't even go outside under a full moon and lay down unless they make it an Instagram thing, or they make sure they go to Walmart and buy I don't know, a chair or something. Like, in many ways, this is us, whenever you go through quite a lot in the world and us expanding into these new places emotionally, that this is where the new adventure is, right? It's about getting out of our comfort zones and finding the new ones, and the ones that are part of this new energy of this new world. The last one that I have is this one. I didn't use this one though. It's me, like, in a future pod, like reading a book. That one was boring. But going back to where we're at astrologically, we have a lot going on. This Mars in Virgo, to me, is one of the most important planets to pay attention to. A lot of people are obsessed with Jupiter, and they need to get over their obsession with Jupiter, okay? Especially because it's here to teach us. Number one, it's a guru. It's not about fortune, okay? It's not about good luck. It's about appreciation of, like, okay, the universe definitely moves some fucking crazy shit to make us get to this place where we are probably more safe and secure than we could have been. But it's about Mars with the South Node in Virgo. So if you think of the Matrix, you think of that, how we embody ourselves in our lives. It's this operating book of, like, I operate this way. This is the way that my life works, my day-to-day life, my schedule. And this Mars is, of course, being disposited because of the fact that Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron are in Aries. So they're dispositing Mars, and it's in Virgo. So they're trying to find this operating system of how to define this new embodiment of the honest, true self. And you can't just operate a new world the way that the old world was operated. And so it's going to make people feel discomfort because Jupiter's saying we got to go to these new places. I mean, just the fact that I don't care where you are politically, where you are, and just like you pay attention to the fake media of life, or the illusion, or you believe it's true or you don't, whatever, it doesn't matter.
My chart's tripped out.
Everybody's put themselves in the position of what would it be like if I'm going to experience World War III. And that's what you have to look at more of what Jupiter's about. It's about a vision, it's about an expansion, it's about, am I going to go on this journey? No, just because you get success in money and figure out something out doesn't mean it's comfortable. If anything, it means you're stripped away of a new mayor that looks like the creepiest, weirdest shit to ever happen, but at the same time, maybe it will be better. I don't know. This is where the new radical things are, especially with Uranus. That's at the end of Taurus here. I mean, we gotta raise the bar in our lives. And what's that bar to raise? Our values and our self-worth. And with Venus and Taurus in semi-square to this new moon and to Jupiter. Let's finish. world is where your values need to be at. And also to realize that wholesomeness and a new way to operate and not falling for the old illusion of the handbook and the, you know, using the same play as a quarterback in a football game and just always running the same slots ain't gonna work. Completely new ways to do things and experience new emotions. But this is about how do we restore a part of ourselves now that's not just wearing a mask. That Saturn, Neptune, and Aries, this is like you can see through people now. Like this is who you are. You have to physically embody. So you can't be feeling safe anymore and just operating off, well, I'm nurturing this situation even though it might be the worst relationship or it might be the worst job or it might be this, right? Like it's all these things that just you're too afraid to go through a little discomfort to get to the most epic place to actually take care of yourself better. And also at the same time, it feels complicated, but it's not. The complication is you afraid to go through new experiences, and we're doing this collectively, of a world and emotions, and this is part of also in human design. This 2027 was we are shifting gears out of this cross of planning and into the cross of the sleeping phoenix. Like it's gonna feel way different. The operating systems do not work the way they did. And, you know, you can't fester, baby, nurture these false operating things in your life, you know. And because we're in Saturn and Neptune and Aries, and these two are slowing down a lot, you know, we're going to see Neptune retrograde July 4th. We're going to see Saturn retrograde on July 12th. We're seeing an Uranus in between that, ingressing into Gemini. Like this is, we got a lot ahead, and we also are just in the next like week and a half to, you know, by the time July 4th comes, when we see Neptune retrograde, and then, you know, Saturn retrograde July 12th, Uranus comes in the 7th. I mean, like, this is where you make your moves now. We're finally gotten quite a lot to look at when it comes to like, this is who I can embody myself as, and I have to physically do it. I can't put this idea of control anymore to make myself feel better. That's not going to work. That's a false lie, and that's pretty much your ego at this point. Like I'm going to control things. I don't want to cause problems. I don't want to get out of this hellhole relationship that I might be, or this job, or this spiritual life. Like you no longer can you just where there's disrespect, where there's energy that's disrupting high value, which the highest value now is compassion, for actually allowing yourself to go, I've got stuck, but I'm not going to get stuck anymore. But you remember Neptune and Aries is, the compassion is, because I'm getting out of being stuck, I can be compassionate to myself for being dumb and not doing anything, but now I'm doing something. You can't give the excuse anymore of like, well, I'm still sitting in the shed. Saturn is holding Neptune to account, even though Saturn's in its fall position. So this Jupiter in Cancer is like helping us. It's not good luck, okay? If I hear another TikTok fucking astrologer just say the luckiest day, the luck, okay, luck is not even Jupiter, it's Uranus, because luck is something that comes out of nowhere. Okay? You have to participate with Jupiter. You have to go to school. You have to go through the experience. You have to believe. You have to experience. And you have to be tested with that belief, whether you like it or not. So to me, it's like, this is where things can go beneficial for you. It's the great benefic with the whole experience. The whole experience in Cancer.
Welcome back here to
The
Jezza
moon
TV.
changes every 2.5 days. So the reason why the Jupiter's exalted in Cancer is because the moon moves every 2.5 days, to where every month it comes home, every month it's exalted, and depending on the positive factors, it could have increased towards the Jupiter constantly, but it can also have, you know, the moon's in Scorpio, but even though it's in trine, but, you know, it all depends on the situation, or if the moon in Capricorn. Like, it's going to have moments where it's not at its best. It depends on where the position is too, right? This is the Kazemi that's just happened, right? So like we have to remember that like right now you can't see Jupiter, right? Having a night chart with Jupiter that could be seen, that's when it's like bomb. Right now it's like this is about a deeper understanding of this is now the moment for you to embed fully into the adventure of a lifetime, a new world, the true version of yourself. And everybody can say they are the most authentic version of themselves, but the truth is this is going to push you to the limit that you've never been before. Like, no, not going to deal with bullshit anymore. Not going to deal with these vibes of myself, because this is all self-responsibility of self-care. No, stop nursing that problem in your life. Stop nursing that person that's not good for you. There's a lot of like actual, real, crazy, selfish people out there. And we all have a couple or one or just somebody. And it's like, no more. It's not even about.
I still haven't even heard from my mum yet. Like for my birthday. She just said, I'm too tired, like, on the day. And I've even, like, tried to keep it weird. Just fucking weird.
Feeding them the energy. What are we providing for ourselves that takes care of those that really value us back?
No expectations.
That's a big part of this.
That's pretty shitty, man.
And people who are not connected to family and true security through like expressing emotion and actually caring about your emotion just as much as theirs, it's gonna be easy to see who's just a piece of shit right now. And it's gonna be very uncomfortable for people who really just want to run the old system in their life. Like, you know what, we have a system, it works, I don't want to disrupt my life, I don't want to make it feel uncomfortable at all. And it's like, that's actually the problem, right? Like, you're too afraid to step outside and explore this new earth, this new world that's going to require you to nurture that new world, that's not going to take bullshit anymore, or things that you have to just always. Reminds me of people who just are allowing these kind of like toxic energies to control them, and they believe that control makes them safer. This is a loud world. It's going to get louder when Uranus comes into Gemini, and we are very close. We are less than 2 weeks. So, I think with Mercury now in Cancer at the end of it, and it's about to make its ingress into Leo, where it'll be until September 2nd. So we're going to see a Mercury in Leo that's going to be here for over 2 months after this event. And this Mercury Leo is going to watch Uranus move signs, Venus. It's going to see Saturn retrograde back in Pisces. It's going to see Mars move signs, all the way into Libra too. It's going to, of course, see the sun and moon go through a couple of new moon cycles and get ready for the eclipses. So, the Mercury opposite Pluto is really when it comes into Leo, and it's going to be in trine. It's beginning its trine to Saturn, Neptune, and that's where it's like the confidence comes from. I need to be able to express myself, have fun, and not live in this kind of systematic way. In North Mountain Pisces, allow myself to spiritually, especially though it's dispositing Neptune Aries, fully let my soul physically embody and be easy to identify as this is who I am, instead of the false mask you put on, the horrible job. But yeah, I like being here. Yeah, right. I don't want to go through this all these discomforts. Like, shut the fuck up. That's gonna just drain all of your energy. I mean, it's been bare bones dry. Pluto and Capricorn for all those years. With Jupiter-Pluto, that conjunction. Now we're in the quincunx of Jupiter-Pluto, since the Jupiter-Pluto conjuncted 3 times in Capricorn. The last time it conjuncted 3 times was Jupiter and Pluto in Leo back at the end of the 50s. So mid-50s. So, this is the first well that we have seen especially in the last 5.5 years, but if you go back to 2008, this is the first moment that there is a well of water. There is some energy to restore. And you've got to put this higher frequency of your highest self-worth now, and you don't need to go criticize or do any of that. This is where it's like self-care. Yeah, it's a new world, and not be afraid of these radically new ways to, it's not about solving problems. It's more about integrating easy, basic solutions into your life instead of continuing to try and solve a big problem where there's incompatibilities. There's a lot of incompatibilities. We're seeing that with Holy War. They're all incompatible, and that means religion is incompatible with humanity. It's served its purpose through Age of Pisces, but it's not a comfortable place to be. 2, there are relationships. Some people like cheese, some people don't. Some people like, this music, some people don't. But you can find a lot of common ground and care for each other and values that are, we have to look at our values now and go, where emotionally and actually what values really do we want to embed and hold to nurture ourselves and take care of ourselves better. And I guarantee you, it's not money. It's about these bigger things that connect us and are, again, solutions to just apply opposed to solutions to find. Right? Jupiter's not here to go find a solution. Especially, it's not an Aquarius. Some people might be fooled with the quincunx of Pluto. It's not. It's more like, I'm not going to nurture something that is not nurturing me back. I'm not going to continue to put my self-care away from the true needs of my life, the true comforts, the true things that bring wholesome vibes. The good thing with Mars, even though it's with the South Node, and it's dispositing that Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron in Aries, is like, there is a healthier way in your life. In a simpler way. It's about simple. All these extra things you're putting on top of your life to try to succeed and control, and subconscious control with Neptune, right? They're causing you to overload your system, and you're freaking out and stress. How do you de-stress now? Being the full truest version of yourself.
Shout out friendly Aussie buds. Venti vid legend.
Possible. And not bullshitting yourself anymore and saying, I gotta keep doing this or being with this person. Because with Venus and Uranus, we're gonna see these two do something rare. We're going to see, since the whole Venus transit so far in Taurus for the last couple weeks, it's been with Uranus. Well, guess what? They're going to conjunct at the end of Taurus, and then what? Uranus comes into Gemini when Venus is at 2 degrees, and guess what happens? Then Venus is going to have Uranus in the same sign for most of the Gemini transit. So this is going to be about people. The fact that this new moon's in quincunx to Pluto in Aquarius, it's in semi-square to Venus. This has to deal with who are the people that are cool and get it and can emotionally connect, and who are not. And the people that can't are egomaniacs. They only care about themselves. They don't know how to nurture anything. And they're wearing a false mask of who they are. And that's what I think a big part of this is going to be, how you get back to simplicity and how you get into the healthier version of your life. These are going to be difficult experiences, though, with Saturn and Neptune still in square to Jupiter, because no matter what you might want to believe, the comfort is only going to come through very intense choices and making sure that they are pure, that they are fully embedded in you not wearing this false identity and mask, and that you're not only that, but connecting with energy that's false. So anything that feels false, that's impure, that's not in true spiritual alignment, it is so easy to see. But if you're in denial, that is the most uncomfortable place to be. But you're buying the idea that not doing something about it and being a pacifist for your own self, I mean, at that point, I guess you are going to experience every emotion possible, and it doesn't even have to be World War III. It'll be World War IV in your own personal life. But there's deep connection with us learning that, you know, you can get served soup from an alien who at least will connect with you and talk with you and emotionally have the same values about the wholesome things in life and not just about individual, you know, with Jupiter and Neptune square, you know, like people want to be idolized right now, and that's how you know, is like, get the fuck away. Or people are lost in idolizing people, like, get out of that. This is also where, I mean, the writing has been on the wall. I've been saying it for years that the holy wars were going to come at this time because Jupiter's going up to it. That's Saturn. You're clinging to your religion and the idols, and you're not even supposed to do idols if you're one of these religious people, and you really believe that your side is doing these epic things and stuff. It's not. If anything, it's got to just keep it going, a lot like a politician today. I know some people might not want to hear that, and I have all the respect for you in the world. If you hate me or you don't like me, I still care about you, and I don't judge you based off any of this stuff. But I think what you've seen over these last weeks, it's a holy war. And it's all three major religions, and you see them, you always see them back each other, and then not back each other. And they all have their eye on what they think is the promised land. I just put up on my Substack, it's for free for 2 weeks, all my Substack articles, but about that the last time that Uranus was in Gemini, that made Pluto in Aquarius and Neptune in Aries, which we're about to have in the next 2 weeks, was the exact moment after the 40 years of the Israelites getting kicked out of Egypt at Exodus. I believe we're about to see an Exodus here of Israelites. It's the exact same fucking transit. And that's not, this is just me speaking as an astrologer. I don't know where they're going to go. Maybe they're going to go to Ukraine, or they're going to go to maybe the prophecies of the Mormons, right, to America. But the writing's on the wall, especially after today, the news. An American president just told them, fuck you. You don't know what the fuck you're doing?
No, oh,
shit.
Go.
To both sides? And then now you're going to see both sides maybe say, fuck you back. Like, that's where it's going to get weird. And this is where, to be honest with you, none of these places are safe for you. Be careful. This is how the age of Aquarius begins. And, we do get this huge moment to reflect on what's been going on. And we do get some moments to kind of breathe here, but it doesn't last long.
So many things going on.
This new moon is really like, go make these changes now and be your true self. Break away from the things that hold you back and that keep you running in this kind of like trying to prove your purity in order to get some sort of admiration by something that might not even be there in the way that you even think that it would come, and especially by people on this planet that really don't give a fuck about you. Let's see what we got card-wise. And I'll let people know when our son is born. I mean, he's going to come when he comes. He's definitely waited for a better astrology, so I'm happy about that. And I appreciate all the love and support, especially to my wife, Sophia, because she's definitely the one that's going through all the work, being a woman who's pregnant. And she's at 40 plus weeks now. So Aurora was, 6 days late. So that's kind of how I guess our kids work. And my daughter, who's going to be 2 in August, she is a new moon, like hours after the new moon. So I'm like, he might come
magic wand
today. be 5 of clubs like me. There's a 5 of clubs day too, by the way, if you do follow any of the cards of destiny. So this is definitely a new moon that's like you need to start. You need to know how to do a lot of things, and you need to be smart, and you need to be the seeker of truth. And that seeker of truth is, if you're a Cancer 5 of clubs, it has to be through, going through these discomforts, especially with these squares of Saturn and Neptune right now. Like, you really gonna live this fake, like, version of yourself that has worked for so long and it won't work anymore, and just continue it? Some people are gonna double down on that fake shit, and because they can't form their own identity. It's like, I've based my identity off this really fucked up situation, and it's comfortable, and I don't want to disrupt it. But what are you really not valuing at that point? Not just yourself, but what other people are involved. Uranus, Taurus, and with Venus and Taurus there in the semi-square to the new moon, plus with Pluto and quincunx. Like, you might be on the wrong side, where some people are going to be going through hell with people that are really fucked up people, and they might cut you off because they are so lost in the situation. You gotta have empathy for them, but just know they'll figure it out. Don't take things so personally right now. Take things personally about you getting on the right track for yourself and being your full self for this new world, and not going off the old playbooks, the old slot routines. Let's do a shotgun and we'll do it. We're 4th and long. We'll get a touchdown this time. No, you're not. Stop playing that. All right, what do we got card-wise here? Oh, we got the World card. Coming to an end, right? The completions and new beginnings. But, I think it's about admiring what we've accomplished and what we've reached in our lives. And now it's time for a new door to open in our life. I mean, like, I don't know why this thing would not focus good, but yeah. And, oh wow, yeah. The new world that's ending and a new world that's beginning is one where you are not lying to yourself. One where it's not shady shit. It's going to be so easy to see who's shady now. It's like x-ray vision of shadiness now. Just like, shady, piece of shit, fucking liar, deflector, guilty as fuck. Like, don't lie to yourself. And definitely don't continue to try and keep a world running that's off a lie, that you could totally finally exit this world into the new world that we're all entering in, not with a bunch of deception and crazy shit. But if you're still lost in the weird sauce, so clinging to the old way of this idolization shit, I just don't see a good personal life happening. I appreciate you all very much. I can't wait to see you on High Vibe TV. I'll definitely let you all know my socials when our son is born. I appreciate all the support. My family does too, and Sophia. And we'll see you on the next one. We'll see you on High Vibe TV. Thanks so much.
That's what compression is, right? See that? That's what that is. Anyone was listening to when I was talking about Delta's fucking Alien record? It was really over, like it was louder. That's, yeah. Anyway, I have a Cancer new moon in like 2 hours, roughly. So it's like right before. This is like a pretty epic one, I kind of think. Can't hear? Well, it's like as soon as I stop monitoring myself, shit goes down. How you going, Spud? Sounds good to me. Just leave my 2 stoked cone pieces now. Sounds right to me, so I don't know, maybe it just glitched. I had a major problem just a moment ago. It cut out on me. Yeah, that goes. Maybe they fixed it. I don't know, they were doing... No, I can't do that. They were doing network fucking things. Probably, like, especially for me, probably. Oh, no. But it was weird, man, because it, like, ended on my birthday, and then they extended it. And so, I don't know, it might be still going. Or they're finished. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. It's pretty interesting, though, that, with everything else. You know what I mean? Today. And then, yeah, I looked at the sign, and it's just... move on. I had a mad ride up the hill. I think before. Went a completely different way. I caned myself. I thought I wasn't going to make it, actually. It got a little bit... Yeah, how you going? With the old lungs. Yeah. Pushed it to the limit. But it was only for like, I don't know, 10 or 15, probably. Full pace, sort of. Like, I mean, obviously a few like little gaps. I kind of like stretch my legs as I'm riding, but then I get back onto it. I think I might need to get a different bike. Yeah. Like, that's just good for cruising around, really. But like for actually that, what I want to do. I mean, yeah, I did it in no time in BMX, on fucking BMX, whatever. There's something strange with me. I'm fucking alien. Well, my legs are alien. Because, yeah, just kind of flew up the hill. I was kind of wondering where the fuck it was going to end, too. So, just keep going. And I was like, just doing weird turns and shit. Good fun. And I had to be quick. I had to actually be quick because the sun was going down and I didn't take my lights. And I like to be polite now, at least, and use lights. So before I was using lights, like, yeah, it was a bit sketch. Now I use lights. It's not as bad, but it still gets scoped out every now and then. It is what it is. It just is what it is. How's the sound? Oh, that's like a perfect spot for it. Better check that. It's like, fuck with Jezza while he's got the headphones off. But then I have to deal with the listening to myself 5 or 10 seconds after. Which is actually a good way of checking. But you kind of have to talk like this. Listen to it a bit, and then talk again. And then talk again. Do people do that? I don't know. Do it whatever you want. However you do it, that's how you do it. But that is going to drive me insane. Trying to do that. That's a good fucking 23 seconds behind anyway, already on there. So we have to go to get it to there. Now how are we going? How you going, mate? Yeah. How you going, mate? Wonderful. Well done. absolute legends. It's like fucking sick as tips. But I didn't even set that up. But you can set that up where it's a delay. I thought, I don't know where that is now. Like maybe it's in the actual proper version or whatever. But you used to be able to set a delay. Maybe it's just like that for everyone now. Like a good. I don't know, the best I've had is like 10 seconds kind of thing. Or 5. The other day I think it was like pretty close to 5. Which was like lightning. Maybe they linked me up with the fucking satellite just as it wants off. Because I can't explain a lot of the things now. Fucking lightning speeds in like speed test results, and then absolutely dismal uh, results as well. So it's like, what the fuck is going on with the network? And even before that, before I knew that shit was going on, like I went into the thing, I could see it. I was like, oh, okay. Well, they sent a thing, but there was dodgy shit before that, and I didn't think it's really going to make really a whole lot much of a difference. Like it might be back to kind of semi-normal, but yeah, dude, it's about 40 seconds normally. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's actually a fair amount of time. You know, the best I've had is like 15 or something, 10 or 15 or like 5. Yeah, I swear, like one of my streams the other day, I did a test and I could actually, it was like really quick, like super quick. And I'm like, okay, well, how come that's like that? And normally, it's normally, yeah, like that, like a good maybe 40 seconds or whatever, up to that. So I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to do too many things at once, and I don't know, it slows it down. If you're all on the same thing, like if you've got, if you're using Wi-Fi or whatever, it's just all going for that one thing. It's like kind of like got to share stuff around or something sometimes. But yeah, it's pretty fun. What? I'm baffled. Huh? I need a moment. I need some music. My landlord just paid me back $350 for electricity. Thank you, Anna. Huh. Cheers. Just cheers. I'm a bit fucking emotional. I don't have to worry so much. It changes fucking everything. Kind of changes a lot. Changes a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Need more. Yeah, we're back in action. These are fucking good. It doesn't matter which one you have. It doesn't matter. They're just good. It kind of need that. Does help. You could torch it. That's not even that hot. You can touch it. Not straight up. I'm holding it now. Yeah. Oh. There are angels singing right now. Can you hear them? Literally. Oh, it's fucking loud, bro. I'm just kidding, I can't. But I can imagine it. There's a wicked meme, awesome meme. All these angels, it's like what, and who, like in what army or something? And it's like clouds and it has these angels. that was that just then. That literally was that somehow something happened. Well, I can't explain. Like today, that was fucking unexplainable. I kind of want to show you the sign. Today, man, it was a classic. Like this is a classic day. I'm supposed to get back to someone that I didn't, but I'm going to sort that tomorrow. Now that I've got a little bit of confidence, that's just like boosting my confidence. So, and that can go back into what it needs to be put back into. Yeah. Yeah. I want to get a swag. I wonder if fucking NDIS will buy me like camping shit. I don't know what I can actually get out of them. And it's getting really difficult, man. Like I've actually told them, like, nah, to even the fourth. The fourth. Yeah. I need to explain that again. But if someone, yeah, maybe fifth time lucky, because well, yeah. Or we just go through all of them. There's 15. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for it. Sweet as Cyclops. Cheers for dropping by. Have a good night, man. If you already left, oh, you already left. I'm slow on the comments. Sorry, legends. Catch on replay. I'm still learning. Cheers for dropping by, you absolute legends. There's people. Fuck the past. The past is the past. And I'm still a bit cranky. But good at like doing and flick it off things. What are we doing? We got Jezza Station. I don't know, it's just doing its own thing. Danger zone. Oh, that's gone. Look at that. That'll do. Cheers, legend. Happy full moon. I mean, it's not full moon. New moon. About an hour and a half. And 10. Is that hour and 40 or something? Cheers for those legends for dropping in, dropping out. Cheers for those that don't comment. Cheers to Anna. Cheers to the Most High. And everything else that is good. Cheers. maybe allowed to ride in there, you're just not allowed to like ride in there. Like you just gotta be chill, shit like that. I don't know. If I see that chick again, I'm just gonna ignore her. I'm just gonna ignore like I did, like I kinda did. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Maybe I've got the whole thing wrong. Maybe that dude. No, I think I got it right. But let's just say he legit came for a ride and got told off. And maybe what I should have done is talk to him and going, what the fuck's going on? And he probably would have said he got told to not ride in it. And I would have gone, no, fuck that, man. Let's go for a ride. That's interesting. That's rather interesting. Because what if it was that? Fuck. Hopefully I see the dude again. Like he just goes back there. He's just like, yeah, like kind of like me, like, you know. And then maybe I'll see him again. The way he went past, maybe he was doing his ride, like, because he's probably done that a million times as well, maybe. But it's just sort of wondering, like, why the fuck now? He's just like, all of a sudden not allowed. You never know. It's one of the variations, but we've just come up with that positive one there now, like, which is a possibility. But still, that lady then like literally told us both off. She was just out to get people on bikes, like dudes on bikes that want to go for a ride and chill. And she was just like out to get us. So maybe it was like a message for me to stick up for people's rights to ride their bike there. And there should be like a sign. Or maybe like a bike sign that says like stick to the left sort of thing. And so like yeah, when you actually are riding or walking, you stick to the left still. Like it's like a road, but we don't need a line down there. And we could be a line. But not on the yeah. It just kinda needs to be known like there needs to be signage. Or actually, yeah, like no riding. Like it's like fine it. Make it no riding in certain patches throughout it. You know, especially that patch. If it's there, make that no riding, whatever. Make it riding from further down. Where it's a bit more like you can actually see. Because that's the concern about that whole area, to be honest with you. It could be quite dangerous riding someone. Like you can't see, right? Unless you're a good rider and you've got really fast, quick reflexes, which I mean most riders do. You wouldn't ride unless you have some good ability to do that. It's just that yeah, occasionally mistakes happen. Like I almost flew off my bike before, so and that has not happened for a while. But I'm playing with it a little bit. It does need repair. It does need to have something done. New sprocket or fucking ball bearing or some shit. Gets the mucus going. Fitness clears out shit. And the lungs, man. Yeah. And your heart rate. Get that up for like at least 10-15 minutes. I don't think you really need to do 20 minutes. I reckon maybe multiple times a day, short bursts, or just once a day, multiple bursts though. So like, kind of sometimes how I do it is I like I'll ride real quickly or somewhere, stop, rest, and then real quickly ride to somewhere else, and then stop and rest, and then real quickly ride to somewhere else, and then stop and rest. And I think that's a really good method. And it's probably actually scientific somehow, like a fast way of getting fit, go like a cheap method. And I've just given it to you for free. There you go. But it does change a lot of shit. Like, I don't know, hopefully you can see the changes. I'm still a bit of sketch. Will always be sketch. There's a lot of sketch that can never probably be erased. That's what we're all dealing with, aren't we? We're all dealing with that. So just deal with that. Best way is fucking find something. Find your thing. Do it. Do something. And hurting yourself through exercise and releases endorphins. So you have no choice but to feel good. And it increases like all your shit, like whatever it is, your testosterone or whatever it is. You don't need to actually intake much for it to change. You can still get fit without really eating properly. I mean, it's pretty dangerous. I'm pushing myself to the absolute limit in a weird kind of way. But I don't know, it's like your body can create certain things. It has to. It doesn't have a choice, man. I don't know. Where does it get that from? Does it get it from the ether? Is everything just in the ether? That's a question. That's a good question. That's a perfect song. Like, because there's been dudes that have healed themselves from things like they said they can't. Like back injuries or stuff. Things like it's just they've just somehow done it and they're baffled. So how does that work? It's the mind, the power of the mind. Or something connecting with the ether like you're an antenna. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty fucking sure. And it's a belief thing. You just cut off all other beliefs, all negativity beliefs of that. It just doesn't even exist. It's like so far away. And you just keep going. Like the sick thing. I don't know, maybe this is how much weed I use, but I haven't been sick for a while. I'll probably get sick once I start living healthy. Like full on. Want to actually build muscle. I've got stamina. Yeah, it runs out. It does eventually run out. I can go pretty hard for about 15 minutes. Like pretty hard. You start to gas out. You just can't get enough air. Sometimes you actually have to slow your breathing. I'm learning lots of shit that I didn't even know. Because I haven't done a lot of things for a long time. Regularly, on the regular like that. And just like, when you get to a real, like, sort of desperation, up a hill, you need to actually slow down a bit. Maybe skip, like, weird, breathing out. Like, more like that. Sometimes I keep pace with my pedals. And then sometimes I'll like hug it or something. Yeah. I don't know, there's probably all sorts of weird cheap methods of breathing techniques that cyclists use and shit like that to stay, so they can stay conscious. Fucking, I don't know. Fucking, you're going off of the ether, I'm pretty sure. Up those dudes in the Tour de France and that. Who's here? One's here. Shout out to whoever came and left. I think I just got a message. Holy shit. From somewhere. Interesting day. Tomorrow's gonna be a cracker. I just know tomorrow's gonna be a cracker. Well, what was I doing? I need to know what the fuck I was doing. What I was listening. Isn't the other one really? I don't want to stop because it will stop monitoring. No, we'll have a quick geezer. Hello? Anybody? Hello? Hello? Anybody? I don't even know. Right. I don't even know. I don't think it's anybody. I can't really know. Sorry, legends, I'm distracted now. Let's get back to the stream so I can actually see it. All good? All good? All good. No, it's going to get massive. Way behind. All good? All good? Yeah, sweet. This is too bad. So, cool. Probably should go soon. I need to do some calculations. I just want to check something. This is something I wanted to factor in. Anyway, I'm not gonna. I'll have an early night, I reckon. So baby, shower, another shower. Hey. Get the microgreen shells going there. I've actually got broccoli like shoots to consume. I've got sweaty ass. Oh, legend. 821. Fuck, I got sweaty. Coming up the hill. It was epic trip. There's no way I was going to do that. Like, just even just like 2 or 3 months ago, you know what I'm saying? Water park, there's no way. Like, there's no way. And I'm just like, boom. Love it. I'm wearing that bike out. I want camping shit and fucking bike repairs. Motherfuckers. Immediately. Just got fucking there now, bro. It's like, wow. Wow. I mean, the chicks put up with a fair bit down there. Fucking mobs. These are the mobs that you have to get? That's cooked. Government of Australia, the NDIS thing is cookery. But you should get rid of those mobs. Just get rid of it. And then you find your own person. We good? You find your own person. They advertise themselves. You hire them. And it's just through thing. Why does this have to be this middle thing? There's actually 2 middle things, but yeah. Four denials, or 4 for headfucks. 2, well, yeah, 3 straight up denials. And then the last ride I thought was going to be all chill. Did some weird shit. And then didn't reply. No, you can just deal with it, isn't it? I'm not putting up with that bullshit. I'm too old for it now. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I grew up. And I grew up in a certain way. We'll find someone. It'll be right. It's gonna be fine. We're getting closer and closer each time. Shout out to K21. What we got next? Some random shit I can't even see. Doobie, Ancestry. Pack 'em up. I had a vanilla slice thing today, so there's a fair bit of cholesterol in it. I'm still like a ghost. Cheers, Reggie. still going. And that FR, man. Helps a lot. And then maybe Deb's at night. My cruise. Yeah. Wrap it up. Wrap it up with a dynamite. Because I saved it. Kind of. Kind of half one. If I get it all out. Yeah, it's big. If I get it all out. Look at that, actually. Wonderful. It's all that living. Man, you know the reason for that. Psychic intuition overload. No. Fuck it. Yeah, you can figure it out. If you're smart enough, you can figure it out. But, make it hard for you. There we go. Insanity. If you knew what the hell I know it. But good. But full on. That was fucking boom shakalaka.
Dad, how come nobody likes me?
We got some hospital just around there. What? Crazy, you just that rod like this. I don't think I pushed myself that hard. I wanted to heal. take that hill. That dude's tripping balls on it. I was so fucking exhausted. And I was still going there. Like, actually, there's this one car that actually just like slowed down. I think they could tell that I wanted to go. I wanted to go. And he just sort of let me saw the gap and I went, yeah, it's all sweet. It'd be good to be able to do it faster, though. Actual a road bike. Alright, I'm cruising. Stuff everywhere. Energy drink. Just mucus and I don't know if that's particular. Maybe it is. What's that? Nothing else. Blind or something? I'm spin out, but I don't know. It just feels like that. Everything feels better. Blood flow. Get the heart pumping through. And sunlight. I need more of that. But yeah. And keeping up. Yeah. You combine them two. Cheers, legend. I guess this Spud go live there. It's on the channel. Cheers for dropping by. These need to be able to get or whatever. If you can't, I don't know. Ask friendly Aussie buds. Or maybe Vape HQAU. Can you get it done with that? Probably not. They fucking scratched that. They scratched everything, didn't they? Like, this is a brilliant medical device. This. Still going. And I've got the airflow set up like perfectly, so I don't actually need to sometimes do that, you know. That's fine. And it just like cools down real quick. Yeah, I've missed it. Alright, going. See you later, legends. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah. A little bit sleepy. I don't know how to wrap this one up. You know? I'm really kind of like, yeah. Cheers. 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 Ciao. Ciao, ciao. And then, No, yeah. Cheers. Cheers, man. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, the ether. Cheers, the god, whatever it is, the realm, whatever it is. The thing. Cheers, the thing. Cheers, all the weird shit, too. The AI and the weird shit. Cheers. That's about it. Alright, peace out, legends. Have a good one. Fucking stay magical and stay toasted. There we go. Jezza signing off from the Jezza Villa. Yeah, within the Jezza Villa. We'll catch you next time.